you want to know a secret, or not really a secret, just the fact that I suck at YouTube. I'm sorry. So this is going to be my favourite video for midway through June, because I'm really good at timekeeping as well. That is one thing I'm great at. First of all, let's go for things that I've been loving skincare wise recently. So the first thing that I've been really liking is by Clarins, and it is their Hydraquench cream. So I have struggled getting like a moisturiser at my age now, getting on a bit, that's like heavy enough to prevent wrinkles, but I also still have quite a bit of oil in my skin, so it's kind of combination, but then it's kind of dry, then it gets a bit wrinkly. Oh, it's all fun and games when you pass 25, I tell you now. But so basically this Hydraquench seems to plump up, hydrate my skin with absolutely no grease, and I kid you not, you put this on and you can literally feel the skin kind of pushing off your face more. As weird as that sounds, it's like really bouncy. So it must be getting into like a layer of my skin, like underneath it, and plumping it up, which I just think is amazing. Not only that, it says it's for normal to dry skin. Well, I have combination skin, and it doesn't make me greasy at all. I probably, if you're really oily, maybe not. Probably just combination skin would get away with it, but if you're really oily, maybe for night, it depends on how you break out. But I always find with like Clarins, I never get a breakout with Clarins. It's only when I switch, which I did a little trial and error thing the other day, don't judge me, and yeah, you might have noticed I've got a big spot, but yeah, so Clarins always good for me. Obviously it differs from person to person, but yes, good. Hydraquench cream, recommended. I have also changed the way that I take my makeup off, and this is down to just one product that I've been raving about for a couple of months now, and that is the Garnier Micellar water, which is here. This is my second bottle of this. If you're not familiar with the Micellar water, then you should get familiar with it, because it's absolutely incredible. So it's basically just like a simple makeup remover, that has like no scent. It seems to me like it breaks down the makeup into like small bits, and then it just wipes off. It probably takes a little more effort than maybe like an eye makeup remover, like a strong one. But I would find with my eyes, eye makeup remover really stings them, so I try not to use that so much, and this is just taken, like it takes waterproof, it takes everything off. It's just so simple. To my next product, actually my next two things I was going to show you. Onto Earle Cleanse and Polish. So once micellar water is done, I then go on to this bad boy, which is sexual. It is sexual, you need this in your life. So I've raved about this for years, but I thought I'd just show you again, just to show you probably that I was using this 3 years ago, and I'm still only that tiny little bit. And you kind of put you get like cloths with it, which you can just use, but I don't actually just use the cloth with it. I use people like Clarisonic, because I've done obviously like a lot of travelling recently. I have this in my backpack because I'm a cool backpacker. I literally, yeah, carry my Clarisonic with me wherever I go. I try and charge it wherever I go because I use it every single day, and I use it with the Earle Cleanse and Polish, and it is just a match in heaven. Like my skin gets like really smooth and nice, and I just think it's doing a grand job. I'm pretty much get lots of compliments on my skin nowadays, and honestly, if I had to pick two things to like attribute it to, it would be these two working together. So yeah, but you can obviously just use that with the cloth, which is probably just as good. I just don't feel like it gets in deep enough for me. Okay, so now we're on to hair, and my hair is an absolute state at the moment. You've probably noticed. I have like dreads and bits here and bits there, and the colour's not kind of right because I can't be asked to dye it anymore. I mean, yeah, it's not great, but I wanted to show you like a little toning trick that I have been kind of doing recently, because I used to use the Provoke Touch of Silver shampoo, and although it's okay for blondes, I'd say it's quite dulling. Like, it kind of casts a bit of like a layer onto your hair, so it kind of turns it a little bit grey, yeah, but like not a good grey. It's like, you know, with the blonde you want it to be pure and shine and the colour to look really like crisp. But with this, it just kind of casts like an ashy tone over the top of it, which is okay, but it doesn't really like make it look bright and beautiful and blonde. So instead, I have been using Le Riche Directions. So what I do with this is a semi-permanent purple hair dye basically, which I get so tempted just to put the whole lot over my head and I have to restrain myself. But yeah, so it's a really, really vivid semi-permanent hair dye, and I literally would take a tiny little dab of that. Like, I probably had this since I had purple hair, which was 4 years ago maybe now, and I mix it with tons and tons of just like cheap white conditioner, and I just every like 2 weeks I'll probably do like a hair mask of it. So I'll mix it all up till it's like a light pastel, like a really light pastel though, otherwise my hair will go like a light purple, and I'll leave it on as long as I can, maybe 8 hours if I can, like overnight. Yeah, and then I'll get up, obviously just wash it out, and my hair's toned, all the orange and yellow's kind of gone out of it. It isn't like that at the minute because I haven't done it in a while. Let's go on to the fun stuff, which is makeup. Woohoo! The first product that I wanted to show you guys is the Maybelline Brow Drama. So I have really been kind of going off like very fake looking blocky eyebrows. I think sometimes a look kind of calls for it, and if you're going all like glam, then go for it. But for every day now, like I'm kind of trying to go for a bit more of like a natural eyebrow. So it looks like I actually have hairs on my face, have hairs on my face, have hairs on my face. I've been using this. Well, I've been using this in conjunction with this. Oh, this looks so manky, I'm sorry, I've smashed it around. But it is the Beauty UK Highbrow, which is an all-in-one brow definition palette. I think this is literally like £3 from Superdrug, if that. Price will be in the description below, I will research. But it literally has every kind of shade you need, and a little wax pot as well, which doesn't really last too long, but it's good, it's good. But these last forever, and the best thing about it is like having the mix of shades, you can really create like a fantastically like natural looking eyebrow, which is lovely really. So what I normally do, like I'll use like the light brown colour at the front and on the tops mainly, and then I'll use the darker colour for more like underneath the eyebrow and like the ends of it. So it's kind of hard to explain without showing you my eyebrow routine, which if you guys kind of want, I can do that for you. So once I'm done kind of like just literally filling in the gaps like pretty sparsely, I would then go through with the Brow Drama, and it's literally like a little mascara for your eyebrows, and it captures every little hair and just puts like a little bit of colour on them. It just looks really natural, just like your eyebrows look like really 3D rather than just flat, and it's just great. So I use the dark brown shade, fantastic. It's not too dark actually, it's quite a, I'd say it's more like a medium brown. So if you want anything, I don't know if they do a darker one, but it's always worth looking into. So yeah, still fine for blondes. I think they definitely do a lighter one though, if you like lighter eyebrows.